My question is to the Minister for Housing. Over 500,000 visas have been granted by the Albanese Labor government in the past year, with more than 1.6 million projected to be granted over 5 years. Does the Minister agree that Labor's policy of granting 500,000 visas in just 1 year has contributed to the average weekly cost to rent a unit in Frankston rising from $350 when Labor came to government to $420 today?
Whoever is making noises like that is completely disrespectful. It will not happen. The Minister for Housing, Homelessness and Small Business has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member opposite for her question. As she would know, if we'd kept the migration settings as they were when they left office, we would have more migrants today than there are in this country because, of course, they left a mess and we're busy cleaning it up, whether it is in migration or whether it is in housing. What we're doing in housing, of course, is we are adding to supply, Mr Speaker. We have committed over $25 billion in new housing investments over the next decade, Mr Speaker. We understand that the answer to the housing issues in Australia today is supply, supply. Mr Speaker, they're very noisy over there. Of course, they were very noisy opposing the Housing Australia Future Fund that would actually build homes for Australians that need it, Mr Speaker. And of course, we know that they're going to oppose our Help to Buy scheme, Mr Speaker, which would actually get more Australians into home ownership, Mr Speaker. They claim they support home ownership, but they're voting against more homes for Australians. They're voting against getting more Australians into home ownership, Mr Speaker. And indeed, we've heard a lot of criticism from them about us actually having a plan and an aspiration to build 1.2 million homes over the next 5 years, Mr Speaker. We are working with the states and territories. We have $3.5 billion on the table to incentivise the states and territories to do the reforms that are necessary to get the homes on the ground for Australians that need them, Mr Speaker.
Order. The Minister will pause. The Minister was asked about the costs of units and housing, so she's answering why, and she's being directly relevant. So I'll hear from the Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
With respect, Mr Speaker, my question is on relevance, and I don't believe the Minister is being directly relevant. My question was about the price of rents in Frankston, what it was then and what it is now. It was about the different cost to rent in Frankston then and now. I think it's quite specific, Mr Speaker.
On the point of order, I want to hear from the Leader of the House, and I want to then talk about opinions which ministers are being asked for. The Leader of the House.
Yeah, Mr Speaker, just raising as a point of order that when you have just explained before someone takes a point of order that someone's clearly relevant, it seems that the point of order then becomes a simple contesting of the ruling rather than an actual point of order if you've just ruled on it.
Order. The Leader of the House makes a relevant point. The Deputy Leader is entitled to take a point of order on relevance, but a lot of leeway is being given so far, and that leeway doesn't necessarily have to continue on that way. But just so that everyone knows moving forward, we've had 2 questions now from the opposition regarding opinions of ministers. That, once again, as we saw for the first question, enables a very broad answer. If you're asking someone's opinion, not a policy question, not a necessary responsibility, the minister is going to be very broad, so it's very difficult to make a point of order on relevance. Hope that's clear for everyone. The Minister in continuation for 1 minute 30.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. I don't know if 1 minute's going to be enough time for me to talk about all the things we're doing in housing, actually, Mr Speaker. The $2 billion social housing accelerator, Mr Speaker, that, of course, the money is with the states, and we are announcing homes right across Australia from that money already. 4,000 new social homes over the next few years in partnership with the states and territories, Mr Speaker. Just last week, Mr Speaker, I was in Perth with the Prime Minister and the Premier and the Housing Minister in Western Australia, where we announced another 219 apartments for Australians that need them, Mr Speaker. This is the sort of thing that we can fund through the Housing Infrastructure Facility. And, of course, we have already unlocked $575 million, and we're putting another $1 billion into this facility, Mr Speaker. We have already supported 4,937 new homes since we came to office through Housing Australia, and we look forward to doing more. As I said, the announcement in Perth was just one of many that we have made and will continue to make, Mr Speaker, because, of course, we are getting homes off the ground, whether they be in Western Australia, whether they be in Victoria, Mr Speaker, where, of course, 2,500 homes were announced last time I was in Victoria, Mr Speaker. We know we need to add to supply right across the country, and we're getting on with the job of providing more homes for all Australians that need them, Mr Speaker.